Option A, most travelers spend $100 on global entry and never realize there is a $50 program that does everything global entry does, plus gets you through the border in under 2 minutes by car. And here is the kicker, you can hold both at the same time. Option B, right now, there are travelers walking through airport customs using a program card that cost them $50, while the person next to them paid $100 for the exact same benefit. That $50 program is NEXUS, and almost nobody outside of the US-Canada corridor knows you are allowed to stack it with global entry simultaneously. Option C, here is something CBP will never advertise. A single traveler can legally hold 3 trusted traveler programs at the exact same time, global entry, NEXUS, and Sentri, and each one unlocks a completely different lane at a completely different border. Most people do not even know 2 of those exist. Today we are going to change that. Final hook, Option C. Here is something CBP will never advertise. A single traveler can legally hold 3 trusted traveler programs at the exact same time, global entry, NEXUS, and Sentri, and each one unlocks a completely different lane at a completely different border. Most people do not even know 2 of those exist. Today we are going to change that. Welcome back to Appointment Hopper, the channel dedicated to helping you master every trusted traveler program that exists. Today's topic is one of the most asked questions we get, and also one of the most misunderstood. Can you hold more than 1 trusted traveler program at the same time? The short answer is yes. The longer answer is what you actually need to hear. There are 4 trusted traveler programs administered by CBP, Customs, and Border Protection. Global entry is the most famous, costs $100, and gets you through airport customs at hundreds of international airports. NEXUS costs $50, is designed for the US-Canada corridor, and also gets you through airport customs at select airports, meaning it overlaps with global entry in a meaningful way. Sentri costs $122.25, covers the US-Mexico land border, and also includes global entry airport benefits. And FAST, which stands for Free and Secure Trade, is free, targets commercial truck drivers crossing both the northern and southern borders, and A2 includes global entry airport privileges when crossing as a passenger. Now here is the fact that stops most people cold. 3 of these 4 programs independently give you global entry airport benefits. So the question of whether you can hold multiple programs is not just a curiosity, it has real financial and logistical implications for how you travel. Let's get into the mechanics. CBP allows you to be enrolled in multiple trusted traveler programs simultaneously. There is no rule that says you must pick one. Each program has its own application, its own fee, its own interview, and its own membership card. Your profile in the CBP system ties them all together under one account, and critically, under one known traveler number. That known traveler number, your KTN, is what you enter when booking flights to unlock TSA PreCheck. Here is an important detail, your KTN does not change based on which program you are in. Whether you have global entry, NEXUS, or Sentri, you will have a KTN associated with your membership, and entering any of them gets you TSA PreCheck access on domestic flights. If you hold multiple programs, you only need to enter one KTN, they all point to the same benefit at airport security. Now let's talk about which combinations are actually useful versus redundant. If you live near the Canadian border and you travel internationally by air, NEXUS is genuinely your best value. At $50, you get global entry airport benefits and dedicated NEXUS lanes at land and pre-clearance ports. If you then add global entry on top of NEXUS, you are paying an extra $100 for almost no additional benefit, unless you frequently enter through airports that accept global entry but are not NEXUS designated. That list is shrinking as NEXUS acceptance grows, but it still exists. Sentri and global entry is a different story. Sentri covers the US-Mexico land border in a way that global entry alone does not. If you cross into Mexico by car regularly and also fly internationally, holding both makes genuine sense because each serves a unique corridor. Sentri's dedicated lanes at ports of entry like San Isidro or Nogales can save you 1 to 2 hours on a busy crossing day, a benefit global entry simply cannot provide at a land border. FAST is the most specialized. It is designed for commercial drivers and includes their conveyance. If you are a commercial trucker, FAST gets your vehicle cleared faster. The airport benefit is a bonus for when you travel personally. Most travelers will never need FAST, but it is worth knowing it exists. The biggest mistake we see is people with NEXUS paying for global entry because they did not realize their NEXUS card already gives them airport customs privileges. If you live in Minnesota, Michigan, Washington State, or anywhere near the northern border, and you got global entry before learning about NEXUS, you may have overpaid by $50. When renewal comes up, the smart move is to evaluate which program actually serves your travel pattern. The second mistake is failing to enter the KTN when booking flights. You can hold NEXUS and still get stuck in the regular TSA line if you never added your known traveler number to your airline profile. Go into your frequent flyer account right now, find the known traveler number field, and enter it. It is a 9-digit number on your approval letter and in your TTP account. The third mistake is assuming that holding multiple programs means you get multiple KTNs or some kind of stacking benefit at airport security. You do not. TSA PreCheck is TSA PreCheck. One program gets you in, 3 programs get you in, same lane, same benefit. But here is what almost every traveler gets completely wrong about this. When people discover that NEXUS includes global entry airport benefits, they assume there must be some catch, like NEXUS is somehow a lesser version. There is no catch. NEXUS members use the exact same global entry kiosks at airports as global entry members. The kiosk does not know which card you have. CBP's system simply validates that you are an approved trusted traveler. A NEXUS member arriving at JFK, LAX, or O'Hare walks up to the same green global entry kiosk, scans their passport, and is done in under 60 seconds, same as a global entry member who paid twice the price. The only meaningful airport difference is that not every global entry airport is a NEXUS accepting airport, but the vast majority of high-traffic international airports are. That $50 price gap is not a quality gap. It is a geography gap. If you qualify for NEXUS, you are not getting a discount version of global entry. You are getting the same thing. Smart travelers start by mapping their actual travel behavior. They ask 3 questions. First, do I cross into Canada by land or use a Canadian pre-clearance airport? If yes, NEXUS is your foundation. Second, do I cross into Mexico by car? If yes, add Sentri. Third, do I fly internationally through major U.S. airports but have no land border travel? Then global entry standalone is your cleanest answer. For U.S.-Canada frequent travelers, the optimal setup is NEXUS only. For travelers who do both Canada and Mexico, the optimal setup is NEXUS plus Sentri, covering both land corridors and all major airports for a combined cost of roughly $172. For travelers with no land border usage who fly internationally multiple times a year, global entry at $100 is the right answer. If you are already enrolled and want to add a second program, the process is essentially a new application. You will need to apply through the Trusted Traveler Programs portal at ttp.dhs.gov, pay the separate fee, and complete a separate interview. That interview process can sometimes take months depending on your nearest enrollment center. This is exactly where Appointment Hopper comes in. At appointmenthopper.com, we track and surface earlier appointment openings so you are not sitting on a wait list when slots open unexpectedly. A lot of travelers shave weeks off their wait time by using it. Here is how to approach adding a second trusted traveler program. Step 1. Log into your existing TTP account at ttp.dhs.gov. Step 2. Start a new application for the program you want to add. Each program has a separate application even within the same account. Step 3. Pay the fee. There are no discounts for holding an existing program, each fee is independent. Step 4. Schedule your interview. This is where most people stall. Enrollment centers book out weeks or even months. Check appointmenthopper.com to find faster availability. Step 5. Attend your interview with your valid passport and any other required documents. For NEXUS, Canadian citizens have additional documentation requirements. Step 6. Once approved, locate your known traveler number in your TTP account and update it in all your airline and travel profiles. Step 7. Know which card or document gets you into which lane. Your NEXUS card is your physical credential for land crossings. Your passport is what you use at the global entry kiosk regardless of which program you hold. Yes, you can hold multiple trusted traveler programs. The combinations that actually make sense are NEXUS Plus Sentri for land border travelers who cover both corridors, or Global Entry Plus Sentri if you are primarily a flyer who also crosses into Mexico. NEXUS Plus Global Entry is the combination most likely to be redundant. It may be worth it in specific airport access situations, but for most people it is an extra $100 for very little additional benefit. Your known traveler number works the same regardless of how many programs you hold. TSA PreCheck is a single benefit unlocked by any approval. The kiosks at international airports do not distinguish between program types. If you are starting from scratch, map your travel behavior first, then choose the program that covers the most ground for your specific routes. If you travel to both Canada and Mexico by car and fly internationally, the triple enrollment of NEXUS Sentri and nothing else gets you everything, every airport kiosk, every fast lane, every corridor, for less than the cost of a single domestic flight. If this video helped you understand the landscape, subscribe to Appointment Hopper because we cover every detail of every trusted traveler program every week. And if you are waiting on an interview appointment right now, go to appointmenthopper.com. Earlier slots open up more often than you think, and we will help you find them.